By the end of this video, you will know how to easily complete any dungeon in Summoner's War. Trust me, it's easy in 2024. So here's how to do it. In a recent update, a feature was added that allows you to copy successful teams that other people are using. This is a very significant update which allows newer players to easily copy a team without having to research what teams are good for each dungeon. Additionally, the Strategy Deck tab isn't the only feature that you can use to assist you. You can also use the Dungeon Debate tab that has been a feature in this game for a while. This feature is great if you want more written detail on how their teams work, or if you just want to see what their runes look like. I noticed while making this video that the strategy decks don't show the runes on the monsters in Kairos dungeons, but they do show them in other parts of the game. I would assume that an update in the future will add this feature to the Kairos decks. And if you are looking to increase your times, you can use the strategy info to see what teams people are using to get better times. Or if you want to try and get a new best time, you can simply check and copy other players' teams that they used to get ranked on the dungeon leaderboards. With all these features added to Summoner's War, you may be wondering if this is good for the game. So I will go over some pros and cons and give you my overall opinion of how I feel about the state of Summoner's War PvE in 2024. Let's start with the cons. These features are making PvE much less challenging, which reduces that feeling of accomplishment players used to get when completing a dungeon for the first time. It also reduces creativity in creating dungeon teams, because now it just makes more sense to just use whatever teams that are being suggested to you. And it has a negative effect on the Summoner's War community, since you have less incentive to seek for assistance through watching YouTube videos or reading threads on Reddit, which are both great ways to keep us as players connected with something we all enjoy. Now, here are the pros of these features. They help new players progress faster with a much lower chance of getting stuck or feeling like they won't be able to complete a dungeon. It also shows how you can complete dungeons with easy to obtain and free to play monsters. And it helps newer players make the right decision on who they should be 6-starring for their dungeon teams. With all this being said, I would like to share my personal opinion on this. First of all, even though I said you don't need to watch YouTube videos, I still think you can find a lot of value in guides that showcase how to increase your times for specific dungeons. Also in raids, there is no feature for some reason that assists you with this boss, so guides like this are still worth taking notes on. I am also a big fan of any quality of life feature that is added to this game, since it has been around over 10 years at this point. So here's how I look at this feature. If a new player asked me how to complete every dungeon in Summoner's War, would I be able to easily show them how it's done without scaring them away with a complex answer? I think this video already speaks for itself with how easily it was for me to explain how you can defeat each dungeon. And as you can see on screen, I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, just kidding, just kidding.
I hope you found value from this video. Make sure you check the description below, where you can find a link to become a channel member and a link to join my Discord server where you can come hang out with like-minded people. Now here's my summon of the day that I will base my next video around. Already did that one, so let's try this again. Typical, I just summoned this Nat 5, but I don't have a video on her yet, so stay tuned if you want to see what we can do with Firetriss.
Bye-bye! It's hard being a slick head, but it's real being a slick head.